forecasting resource availability. So let's go back into the insights. And I'm going to hit the operations category again. So step one is knowing how billable your people are in general. Step two would be predicting how billable they're going to be in the future. To get any type of inputs for that report, so to get the result that you need, you first need to schedule people in scheduling, right? So you need to first do your resourcing and scheduling, and then Productive will have an input to create a report on how available your team is going to be. You will find that report here under title Forecasted Billable Utilization by Person, and you can filter here whichever time period you want. Again, you could exclude the placeholders, but I'm not going to do that in this case. Why? Because placeholders are people that I plan to hire. So I want to see if we have enough, let's say, enough work planned for those people or not. Let's see how busy those people are in the next 90 days. So we can see that in general, for the next 90 days, our company as a whole is planned for 58% of the capacity. That number comes from comparing the available time, which deducts the time off. And there's a huge benefit. I mean, this is a huge benefit of managing time off in Productive, because it plays a huge part in your resource planning. We're comparing those hours with the hours we schedule for the clients. You can also include internal scheduled time here. So if you, for example, were to add scheduled time, that would include, internal time if planned as well, if you're planning internal projects and scheduling as well. Basically, these two numbers together in a ratio give us a utilization. So we can see which people are more or less utilized in the next 90 days. But next 90 days is a huge period, and maybe you're not so, good at planning for the next, 3 months. Maybe your resourcing is more accurate in January, but not really in March. So let's group this by month and see how we stand month by month. Okay. So we're seeing that in December, our team is 93% booked, which is great, but December is almost over. Let's focus on January. So in January, we're 77% booked. And then in February, we're down to 41% booked, which is normal, because you're probably not planning that far ahead. And we can see people who are less planned and more planned, okay? Or people who are actually overbooked. Lucy's overbooked. So Lucy needs a replacement, or we can shift some work from Lucy to Bessie if they have the same skills. If you have, a lot of people on your team and you don't want to focus on the individuals, you can leverage on the custom fields. If you've split people into different departments, teams, or skills using custom fields on people, then you can add that category as well and see how department by department your people are booked in the next time period. Okay. And you can actually click on totals just to focus on specific departments, not the individuals in those departments, and see we have discrepancies, right? I'm going to filter out the placeholders now because I'm just interested in people. So the person type that I'm looking at is just a user, so not a placeholder. And the coolest thing here is that I can turn this into pivots. So the data geeks here and any financial people are going to be impressed for sure. So let's see what the utilization broken down by departments in the next couple of months. So January, 93% in total. Design team is overbooked and development team is only 45% booked. And in February, we have 61% utilization. That's an average for the whole company, 79% for design and 8% for development. Again, this is a super powerful insight, and this should be a basis for both your hiring plans, plans for hiring contractors or full-time people. You should align this together with your sales efforts. So you can tell your salespeople, hey, we need to find more work for developers in January and February, and our design team is overbooked. So if we can just, push some timelines later or start a collaboration with another design studio who can lend us some people in that time period.